In this tutorial, we want to draw this logo here for a Realtor in Inkscape. I'm using Inkscape 1.0. So we start by going to File and then go to Document Properties. And then Document Properties, go to Grades and then choose Isometric Grid. Now click New, and then we want to make the spacing Y30. And then I want the angle to be 36 and 36. Why am I choosing 36 as an angle? I'm choosing 36 because I'm going to start by using a 5-sided polygon, and then with that each angle is 72, and so it adds up 36, 72, and then I think I'm good. I don't know. And then here the grid, this may make it 3. Okay, major grid line every 3 is okay. We make it 3. And then you enter. I don't know whether I should make anything clearer, like the minor grid. If you have problems with your eyes, you can increase it a bit so you can see it. Okay, put it around 35 or so. If you are okay, you don't need to increase the alpha channel. I increase the alpha channel. If it's to the left, it's transparent. To the right, it's opaque. Very good, thank you. Now we continue. I close this and then I go for my star and polygon tool, and then I choose polygon and then choose 5-sided. Now we choose any place here. We'll be needing 2 of the squares here, but first we start drawing and then I'll tell you how big it is. So we go to Shift Control and start drawing something like this. Something like this is okay. We will just adjust it with time. Let's adjust it a bit so that it lies in here. Maybe we make it a bit transparent for us to see. So I'll go to Object, Fill and Stroke, and then for the fill, go to the fill, and then we reduce this a bit so we just see, just for us. So we have 1, 2. Oh, I have to increase it more. We could have used also even but we make it 3 just to make things easier for all of us. It's very big though. Maybe I would make it, let's see, no, 3. So 3, what we have is big. Let's reduce it from the top here a bit so that it feels just 3. Yes, it's not necessary it's exact. Now the next thing I'll do is that I'll already do 2 duplicates of this. You can do a duplicate by going to Edit and then going to Duplicate, and then you can also do another duplicate by just going right click and duplicate, just to show you the different types of duplicates you can do. Now color this other one, give it any other color you like, just to identify it from the other, and then go to Shift Control and make it a bit bigger. Okay, now bring it somewhere here, anywhere at all you think is good. The size, what we want is that we want place it in such a way, make sure that this thing here is really exact on the thing. Now I bring this here and then I also need to have, because I need to have a distance which is not distorted. The width here, I want them to be the same. That's why I am bothering my head over that. Then we go to this is already selected. Now select also the smaller one under, and then go to path, and then go to difference. Now what we had here, just pick it up and move it up a bit here, and then make it, go to shift control and make it a bit bigger, just for it to go over what's the other one here. Very good. So that's what we want. Now we have still this, and then the next thing we'll do is that we want to convert this. Let's convert this to I can now remove, let me remove the grid so you can see what I'm doing. So go to view and then remove the grid. Okay, now it just for you, for visibility. And then now we'll change this here to, let's go to path, object to path. Now go for your edit path by nodes tool, and then you move this node here to make it straight here, for it to follow the bounding box more or less. And then the same thing, you pick this here and then you move it here for it to follow the bounding box more or less. Okay, so now we have this and we'll be creating the door more or less. So go for your rectangle tool again and then draw a rectangle more or less. Let me give myself some space. You see, mine here is rounded. It could be that when you draw your rectangle, it's not rounded because it remembers what I did at the last time. If not, let me show you. If you draw and it's like this, don't worry about it. Go for the edit by nodes tool and then move it a bit down, just a little, not so much, just to round it a bit. Now the next thing we want to do, I would suggest, because I want to change the size of this a bit, and I would go to view and let's bring our grid again, just to make things easier for us. What I want to do is that I want make the width a bit, move it a bit, go to shift control for it to be approximately this, and the height we would make it, imagine this, using this as your measurement. We want to do 1.5. just pull this down a bit to this size more or less. I think I rounded my thing too much. I want to reduce, let me see. So after moving it to somewhere here, then move this and bring it somewhere here. Make sure that it's symmetric here. And I mean, here it's not very important, the distance, whatever distance you leave here is not very important, but I prefer that this and this are equidistant more or less. And then select this and then select this as well. Maybe I even moved it down a bit, something like this is okay. And then select this as well and then go to path, difference. Now after doing that, the next thing we want to do is to draw this thing here. So we just go for our rectangle tool and then we draw something like this. We would now want to make it pointed again, or have its corners once more, and then this a reasonable size, compared to what we have here. It's not very necessary, the size. let's see here. I reduce mine a little, something like this is okay, I think. Let me see if it's on it. Yeah, I think this is good. And then what you do is that go for another rectangle. In this rectangle, I would suggest you go to Objects, Transform, and then go to Transform, and here give it an angle of let's give it an angle of 36, and then we want to rotate it counterclockwise. And then with that, come here and cut some parts here. So you go select this and select this as well, and go to path difference. Now we come and place this somewhere here, and then the next thing we will do is to give it the color and write Realtor. So we give it this color here. Everything I colored this color. Now I reduce the opacity, if you can remember, so I go to fill and stroke and just pop it up again, each one of them to 100 again. Okay, now the next thing we'll do is just to write Realtor, and then we are done. So we go for our text tool and then we write. Now the font I'm using is Go Print, okay, and I'm using the size 14. It depends on, that's, you can change or use whatever you prefer. Now let's see here, I need to rotate this. Go to Transform again and we rotate this clockwise. Come here and rotate it clockwise, and then place it somewhere here. Now go to select this and go to Shift and select this and that, and then let's make it a bit smaller. I'll bring back the Realtor, don't worry, and then bring this back here, and then you can select everything and then go to Object Group to have everything grouped. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to help me. Thank you. Bye.